Good morning everyone. I just wanted to do a little video as a tribute to my mate Tony Davis, who passed away recently. I've known Tony since about 2012, so about 13 years. It's because of him that I really got started on the dobro in particular, and when I was a younger man going along to the steel guitar club, he took me under his wing and he'd show me a few things on the guitar and like write out tabs for me to play. He was very encouraging. I used to actually catch the bus to the club, which was about an hour on the bus, sometimes a bit longer, and then I'd walk from the Chermside bus depot up to the club, which involved sort of a walk up a hill, and I used to go along and take my lap steel there. Anyway, after a little while he realised that I lived on the south side of Brisbane as well, so he started to like drive me home afterwards, so that was pretty cool. We used to have a lot of fun in what was called the Dobro corner with Alan, who's sadly passed away as well, and Tony and myself. We'd do like instrumentals, and a couple of the guys would back us, like Winnie Blackwood, sometimes Ken Myers would as well, Graham Hart as well, sometimes Des Anthony as well. This guitar here actually belonged to Tony, and I loved this guitar, ever since I saw like Tony playing it. It's from the 1940s. It's a Wayne resonator guitar, but if you ask Tony, he reckons it's from the 1930s, so he reckons it's even older. Well, Tony used to like playing this at the club. This was his main instrument for a while. And what he'd do is he'd bring a little like microphone and just mic it up. And he really liked sort of, I feel like he liked unamplified sort of, bluegrass sort of styles, just having a jam. So what he actually did is he put sheets, like he's put a sheet of metal in here to amplify the sound even more. Now this instrument had a very interesting history. It was actually Tony's friend was one day out in the country somewhere, and he noticed some children in like a cow paddock, and they were pulling each other around on this guitar, like using it like a chariot. Now the guy who was Tony's friend saw them doing that, and he thought, that's something that Tony could maybe use. So he told the kids to get off there, and then he grabbed it and gave it to Tony. Now when Tony got it, this whole thing was flattened, so it was as flat as a pancake, and all the edges were busted, obviously. And Tony said also the edges were rat-eaten as well. And this must have been in probably the early 70s. So Tony knew a luthier. I'm pretty sure they lived on the Sunshine Coast. And he got the luthier to fix it up. And he put this purfling around the edge. And, it's had an amazing life, this guitar. So it was also on, Tony had a band called Country Rebellion, which was, they used to play around the south side of Brisbane, places like the Waterford Tavern. and this guitar is actually on one of their album covers. So I bought a pedal steel off Tony a few years ago, and I really like this guitar, and I was always banging on about it, like, oh, if you ever want to sell it or ever want to get rid of it. So he gave it to me as part of the package, so which I was really happy about. So this the cone in here isn't an original one. It's been replaced with a beard cone, which is even better, So that was put in in the early 2000s. So from Tony playing it for maybe 45 years, 50 years, it's gone on to me. So hopefully I'll have another 40 years of it. So I do play it out at some of the country music clubs. It's got a really great sound. I've got a couple of other dog bros, and their sort of sounds are a bit sort of tinnier and high pitched. This one has sort of got a lower sort of pitch, which I really like. So yeah, this one will keep getting played out. Anyway, I'm just going to do a song for Tony. With Tony, I was given a lot of his albums by his daughter, Jodie, and I was pretty surprised to see, in amongst his, steel guitar albums, there was some blues albums. I'm a big blues fan. So I've got a great Folkways blues one there. Also quite a lot of folk music. Tony was quite into sort of Irish and folk music as well. And also New Orleans music, jazz music. So he had a very eclectic taste, and I have a similar eclectic taste, So I thought, because Tony did like a lot of folk music, I thought I'm going to do this old song. I'm sure it's an Irish song. It's called 40 Shades of Green. So this is for you, Tony. Where the breeze is sweet as Shalimar, and there's 40 shades of green. I close my eyes and picture the emerald of the sea, from the fishing boats at Dingle to the shores of Dunedin. I miss the River Shannon and the folks at Skibbereen, the moorlands and the meadow with their 40 shades of green. But most of all, I miss a gal in Tipperary town. And most of all, I miss her lips as soft as eiderdown. Again I wanna see and do the things we've done and seen, where the breeze is sweet as Shalimar, and there's 40 shades of green. But most of all I miss a girl in Tipperary town. And most of all I miss her lips, as soft as eiderdown. Again I want to send you the things we've done and seen, where the breeze is sweet as Shalimar, and there's 40 shades of green.